We're kicking off summer with lots of new choices at the Team Automotive Group. Save on everything new during the Memorial Day sales event happening now at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Ooh.
Man, we get them flagged.
Techno. It's coming to 9 News Now. Just you wait. See, the graphics are pulsing. Matt's pulsing. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Happy Thursday, folks.
I don't know if anybody, I don't know, that's too much to wake up to 7 o'clock, just 7:02 in the morning here. Welcome to it, everybody. WAFB Plus 9 News Now. You never quite know. You do know what you're looking at over there. Did you watch the drawing last night?
I did.
How cool is that?
I love that.
So much fun.
The sisters are there. The staff was there. Families impacted by the life-saving care at this amazing facility. Thank you to everyone who's donated. Over the 13 years we've been doing this Driving the Future campaign, we cannot say that enough. This is a community hospital. There's also room to keep going.
That's exactly the idea. Keep that care going, keep the growth going so it can help more and more folks. We're going to dig into some of that here in a minute because the winners know who they are. We're going to talk about what cars they're going to be getting in a little bit, but got to talk about the forecast, Steve. And as we think about late May, it's actually working out pretty nice for us right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got humidity on the way down this morning. We'll enjoy that over the next several days. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine. Give you another look back at Children's Hospital this morning. Temperatures right now mostly mid to upper 60s. Baton Rouge, we got down either 65 or 66 for a low. Right now, 68. Gonzales at 67. Feeling pretty good as you step out this morning. Dialing up our first alert radar network. Inland, we are largely dry. We have had some showers and storms moving into St. Bernard, Plaquemines parishes, even on the east side, New Orleans right now. These are going to drift down to the west-southwest. So isolated showers and storms along the immediate coast today, but the vast majority of us will stay dry and enjoy plenty of sunshine. Temperatures in the mid-80s by noon. We've got the high today around 88, which is right around normal, but that humidity is going to be below normal. That helps out, kind of helped out by these winds out the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Giving you a look at future radar, you see these few showers and storms down along the coast. Here we are at noon, but inland dry, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Advancing to 3:30 now, still dry. And then as we get deeper into the afternoon, HRRR hints at maybe a spotty shower inland later on today. I'm not too worried about that. I think we'll largely stay dry. So we've got this northerly flow kind of kicked in. That's allowing that less humid air to filter in from the north and northeast. A big trough over the eastern half of the country. A little bit unusual for late May, but we will take it. That's going to take some of the sting out of our warm weather. Now, we are keeping an eye off the coast of the southeastern U.S. Low pressure expected to develop here, but this is going to be along that same front that moved through here yesterday. So with that in mind, while low pressure likely to develop, it's also unlikely that it'll be tropical in nature, going to be tied to a front. So the National Hurricane Center only giving it a 10% chance of developing. It's going to head up towards the Carolinas, and regardless of tropical, non-tropical, it doesn't really matter. They're going to get some heavy rain, going to get some gusty winds and some rough surf along the coast. But I'll show you that just to remind you that we are now officially 1 week out from the official start of hurricane season. In the meantime, today, tomorrow, largely dry, 88 for a high today, 90 tomorrow. So over the next several days, mornings are going to be nice, mid-60s. Afternoons will warm up to around 90, but with that humidity staying a bit below normal through the weekend, not as bad as it often is in late May. Saturday through Memorial Day itself, a slim rain chance, less than a 20% chance. But beyond that, next week, we'll get the full brunt of summer returning. Not only highs in the 90s, but humidity climbs and also a few afternoon storms returning. 7:06, let's get an update now on your Thursday morning commute with John.
And something new for you. Earlier this morning, we were telling you about an accident near Addis on LA1 involving a motorcycle. We have confirmation now that that was the case, and Good news, it was not a fatality, so that is great news. A lot of times when motorcycles are involved in crashes, it doesn't end well at all. So good news in that front. All lanes are open in the Addis area near Dow. Right now we have some slow traffic coming out of Denham Springs right here. This is 4H Club Road facing back toward the range on-ramp. Is it back to Jubin? Not quite, not at all. In fact, let's take you down with our interactive map and kind of show you where the backside of that delay is. It's not even right here at Pete's Highway. Right past that, though, you do come to a pretty strong stop there as you go across the overpass there at Range and on to the Amy River Bridge. And once you pass the Amy River Bridge, it does thin out quite a bit. LA1 in the background, a little slow, moving toward Port Allen and moving toward the, or in Port Allen, moving toward the I-10 bridge on-ramp. All in all, not bad, though. Our drive times reflect what we usually see at 7:07 in the morning. 21 minutes now from Jubin to the 1012. You see the breakdown, most of that from Jubin to Millerville, and most of that really from Jubin to the Amy River. And that's it, 7:08, 8 minutes after. And what we like to do every morning at this time is to give you a capsule, a recap of everything you might have missed. If you missed some of 9 News this morning, we go to Studio B with Matt Williams and Liz Coe for that.
Johnny, thanks. And we hate to start your morning off like this with another shooting investigation on the hands of Baton Rouge police. They're investigating this. This happening Wednesday night, just before, what, 9 o'clock, 8:40 p.m.?
The Oleander Street area, 18th as well. So Johnny just mentioned it. You know, like to do this, giving a look at the headlines.
Yeah.
The headlines have been this in Baton Rouge in South Louisiana for the last number of days, a couple of weeks. Shooting investigation after shooting investigation. Don't officially know the conditions of the 2 victims here. There's little scattered words here and there about how they're doing. We'll wait for officials to give us that word, and we'll let you know. But yeah, another shooting investigation right now being played out by BRPD. Don't know who's behind the trigger. I mean, it falls on a lot of folks, the community, to do what they can. Everybody knows the Crime Stoppers number, 344 stop. But my goodness, the docket is filled with shooting investigations.
It is worth reminding folks, Matt, especially in this economy, your tips can be eligible for cash
Absolutely
rewards.
right, yeah.
There's no, Matt knows this story time and time again. One phone call can lead investigators to a tip. You get that cash reward. They don't need to know your name. They don't need to know anything.
Sure.
That information is pivotal, and that's why they're offering this.
So if you know anything, make that phone call, see if you can help them out. So when you talk about that, the shooting, shooting, all these other shootings, I mean, it's grabbing all the headlines right now because there's so many. A lot of folks talking about what's going on in Baton Rouge, man.
Right.
Are we safe? Can we feel safe? The mayor talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, she said something specifically yesterday that she wants you, a resident of Baton Rouge, if you live here, to keep in mind is that it's the circle you hang around with. If the circle you hang around with is potentially nefarious, then you should expect to be in those situations.
Yeah.
But if your social circle is the people you trust, love, you work with, and you stay out of trouble, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Easy coming from the mayor when you're pressed about crime recently. So consider that with a grain of salt. But we did speak with her about what's being done, aside from the Summer of Hope program, to curb crime in the area.
And she's thinking that Baton Rouge is still on a track to reduce the numbers from violent crimes last year. We'll see where we end up. This summer's barely begun, right? It hasn't even officially begun.
Yeah.
We'll see. If you'd like to see the story, it's right there waiting for you, WAFB.com, the 9 News app. From PD to FD, right? BRFD investigating a fire. This is early yesterday evening.
Yeah, it's actually a home on Napoleon Street. So what you're looking at now is video from the scene. You see a scary situation, Matt, rolling up on this and smoke coming from the back of the house, moving its way towards the front. So Baton Rouge firefighters getting into that house, able to put that out before anyone was hurt, but they came there to a family sleeping in the home.
Everybody was able to get out. BRFD made quick work of the fire, didn't allow it to spread to any other homes, and you can see how closely packed those homes are. So that's the good news. But you got Red Cross on scene right now helping the family because they're obviously, as Liz mentioned, pushed out. So when we learn how this got going, they haven't quite said that yet, we'll update folks.
We sure will. Hey, an update out of the EBR Metro Council meeting. So a lot of people have been angry about drag racing, right? Well, the Baton Rouge Police Department actually giving a progress report on drag racing in city parish limits. They say that it's actually gone down since they've been tracking it this year. They're saying that the council members' initiatives, incentives to penalize higher fines for this is working.
That's kind of, that was the idea, right?
Yeah.
We need to reduce this street racing, this stunt driving. It was everywhere. They were talking about folks coming in from out of the city being a part of this, either driving around or being spectators, that kind of thing, locking up intersections. And so is what they're doing, trying to be proactive here, God forbid, is that helping? Oh, well, it seems to be with this latest report that it is. If you'd like to see that, the story's waiting for you. They're also saying still some work to do. They're not done quite yet.
Looking ahead to Memorial Day weekend, we know a ton of people are going to be out on the water this weekend. So Callie Hubbard was live with Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries to talk about increased boating safety. And you might think every year we hear this. Well, it bears worth repeating because we saw 4 deaths already this year from boating incidents. People not wearing life jackets, flotation devices. It's so easy to forget and be like, oh, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be my family. Yeah. But what if?
You're right. What if? Play the what if game.
Yeah.
Play the what if game before you step into that boat. So maybe it makes you kind of realize some of the safety precautions you should be taking.
Yeah.
Callie's got the story laid out for you right there. Make up your mind to do the right thing before you get to this weekend and get out there on the water.
Yes.
All right. From that to this. Out there on the water, out there on the roads.
Yeah.
Give me some cheap gas. Give me some good cheap gas.
So we love a good deal around here, right?
Oh, yeah.
4 to 7 p.m. tonight. 3-hour window to get gas, 40 cents off per gallon. That's a big discount.
That's huge.
But only at a certain gas station.
Circle K, right?
Yes.
And so which Circle Ks are a part of this? You can find all the details waiting for you right now.
Look at this gas just pumping out.
This is going to be a bit crazy. This could get crazy. 40 cents, not off of the total, off of every gallon that you put in the car. Find the story waiting for you right there.
How about it?
Speaking of filling up cars, some folks are going to be filling up some new Lexus.
5 brand new winners winning yesterday on 9 News at 5. We picked the names.
Yep.
We're excited to say thank you. You 5 are going to be picking those car keys tomorrow at Price LeBlanc. Our crew is going to be there as they pick their names. We're going to find out who won. That's always an exciting part of it too. But Matt, really everybody is a winner here. Everyone who's contributed. $1.2 million raised this year thanks to the Driving the Future campaign. 13 years into this, and we keep on doing it thanks to all of you.
All of you guys. I can't say thank you enough.
Yes.
Speaking of driving, LSU baseball driving through the SEC tournament. Won yesterday on the field today with Arkansas. Southern going and driving through the SWAC tournament. Beating Bethune-Cookman on the field with Grambling today. Guys, Steve, Johnny, baseball continuing. It's postseason time, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good to see both of our teams doing well. Also, hope to see that keep rolling. And by the way, weather in both those locations, Hoover, Alabama, Atlanta for the SWAC tournament looks great today. It's really nice all over the deep south and the southeast. Yeah,
the one thing I asked of Graham Alkins when I helped him move to our station in Omaha was get me tickets to the College World Series when LSU goes. Wouldn't you know it, he's now moved to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And what if we go to Omaha? What's the deal? I don't get tickets.
Maybe he still has a hookup. You got to be really nice to him to find out.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, he's already warned me. Nope.
Maybe
we'll see.
A big no. Maybe you just got to get the ticket yourself.
Oh.
No, you're not doing that? No, you're not doing
LSU Tigers make it there. How about we send Johnny to cover it all?
Exactly. All right. Go see him.
I mean, that would be awesome to see. He could track the traffic for us. We'll see you in 10 minutes.